Okay, I'm here with Kerr,
Hello.
Cameron,
Hello.
and Tam.
Yo.
And this is the Bored to Death podcast. Kerr, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, please?
My name's Kerr. I don't know. I take photos of field skating. I'm 46. I'm from Balloch. I don't know what else to say.
I'm Tam. I'm from Aberdeen. I moved to Glasgow about a year and a half ago. I've been skating since I was a wee kid. I got my first board from ESP. I've been loving living in Glasgow.
What made you move to Glasgow?
I was originally going to try and study film, but that didn't really pan out too well. I didn't get in, and I ended up just kind of working day jobs, chefing and doing that kind of stuff, but also kind of just getting involved in the skate scene.
Yeah.
It's been good, yeah. I'm glad it went that path instead of doing film, because I can always come back to that.
Totally, man. Cameron, what have you been up to today?
I've been making doors,
Nice.
like traditional mortise and tenon doors.
How's that going?
It's all right, just chiseling my life away. Very laborious. Pretty rewarding though.
Have you been out skating this week?
Today,
Yeah?
skated Barrowfield Park.
How was it?
It was full of BAMs, but it was funny. It's like got these weird like little 1 foot quarters that are super whippy. It's like fully symmetrical, so you're kind of just, yeah, it feels weird. Do you know what I mean? Everything's super small and super whippy.
Yeah.
But it's funny. It's like a novelty park.
Nice.
Yeah.
So today we're going to talk about what motivates everybody in skateboarding. So I'm just going to go around and ask all of you again, what motivates you to go out and shoot photos, Kerr?
It's fun, and everybody gets like super hyped when it's like a good photo, and if it's like a trick that somebody's been trying for whatever, like a month or something, and then they finally nail it and we get it and it looks good, and it's just good fun. Sorry, my brain is trying to catch up, or my mouth's trying to catch up with my brain. One of the two.
Don't worry. Tam, so how long have you been doing the Kingston DIY for now?
So when I moved through in November, like 2019, I met Rowan Ballantyne and Stu Ramage through a friend, Rory, who I met in Dumfries and Galway. And as soon as I moved through, they had already built a kicker and a ledge and a small bank. And that was in November. So I kind of met them and did the mani pad, I think. Yeah. And then from then on, so it's been from November 2019 up until now.
What made you think, I have to do this?
It's just cool coming to Glasgow and seeing people already getting stuck in the scene. And I was like, I want to be a part of this. Do you know what I mean? It was just like, we hadn't done any of that. I'm from Forres as well. Like, I grew up in Forres. And there's a lot of people always kind of like pushing for like a skate park. You probably know, like Hayden and all that. Everyone's always trying to push for like a ramp and stuff, because we had a skate park, it got burned down. But it was so difficult getting the council to get on board and stuff. But it was nice coming here and people were already getting like involved and doing it without any kind of say so from the council, which I really liked.
Cameron, have you got any more trips planned for this summer?
I think we're going to go do the Queen of the Dean a week on Friday.
And what's that?
Or a week today. It's like you go to the local skate shop, Seed up in Aberdeen, and they give you a handbook, and you got a team of up to 6. You go and do challenges in the handbook and make an edit. And then there's a big video premiere, and whoever's get the most points wins the trophy that year. It's a totally original idea.
That sounds highly original.
Nothing else has been done like that. I think they're just catching on. They're starting to do it out in America now. You might have seen that in Thrasher. I think they're calling it King of the Road or something. It's not
rip-off.
King of the Road.
Yeah.
I have to check that one out.
Yeah, it's not that good. I wouldn't bother.
No.
Queen of the Dean's where it's at.
Cool.
What made you want to do that?
Don't know. I just thought it was a really good idea. I saw they've been doing it for a few years. I went to the video premiere last year for it to catch up with some of my mates that moved up there. It was a really good night and everyone seemed really hyped, like seeing their friends on the big screen. So I just thought we'd get some folk together and we go up and do it ourselves.
Nice.
So I think it's going to be me, Ross Zayak, Lauren Geddes, yourself, my brother Ennis, and Shibuko. Very much a dream team.
Nice team.
Yeah. So we're going to claim ourselves as Queens of the Dean.
You're going to battle the locals.
Yeah, bring it back to Glasgow. Make sure they don't get it back.
Do you win a tiara if you win?
I can't remember that. We had a pretty good prem, so I don't really know what went down at the prem, apart from the videos. But I don't remember any tiaras.
I think it should be instituted.
Yeah.
So I'm going to talk to you more about the DIY. So, like I said to you before, in the first instance, what made you get into it, but what keeps it going for you?
People, I guess. Donations and stuff. The need to skate. It's nice, like, even when the donations are pretty low, every now and then we'll get a message from a funding organization or even Red Bull, and they'll be like, right, we're just going to send you like 500 quid, or we're going to drop off a truck of concrete. And that's like, sick. Okay, cool. But a lot of it is like people pushing for the DIY. It's mostly like the community, which is cool. And plus, we just always want to skate more stuff, and we're always trying to figure out what we want to skate. So it's kind of more of like, it's kind of like a passion project where we're like, should we just build like a hump or something, do something like that? Yeah, a lot of people are always like after more stuff for the park. So we're always like trying to think 2 steps ahead, like what we can build next and stuff. So the fire's always burning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pole jam. Build a
Pole jam, always. I would love a pole jam.
I've got I've got that wee handrail thing that would be perfect for the pole jam stashed behind my shed, so I'll bring it up.
Oh, please do. Please do. Pole jam forever.
Bring it up on the train. On big handrail.
I like pole jam.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like a wee kind of mini one.
Yeah.
So it'll be fine. It'll be cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've been getting your photos published in magazines. How does that feel?
It feels amazing. Finally. It's something I never thought would actually happen. And then when I got like those 2 in the last issue, the thing that really blew my mind was when I opened like the kind of contents page, and there's like editor, blah blah blah, all that stuff, and then it had like my name listed in the photographer's bit, and I was like, oh, that's kind of crazy. But that was just amazing. It finally happened. It was just very exciting and so hyped for the people that were in the pictures and seeing them getting all hyped on it, and that was good.
Where did that come from? Why did you want to be printed in a magazine?
It just, I don't know. It's like, it just felt like if I got that, then I'd feel like I'm actually
Validated.
Aye, it's like validating it in my head that I'm getting fairly decent enough that stuff's good enough to be in a mag. When Leo Sharp messaged me, like at first on Instagram, like I was like, is somebody just made a fake account here? Or like, there's no way Leo Sharp's messaging me. And then like he was just asking if I could start sending some pictures in to the companion, and I was like, is this real? Is this actually? Since that, I was trying to take stuff a bit more serious and just like focus on making everything as good as it could be, and just try to learn like new stuff, so that all my pictures are just looking the same, and try to think like what kind of techniques are going to work best for the spot and the trick and the light and the time of day, everything, and just mixing it all up. And like it took me so long to figure out like the slow sync, like twisting the camera stuff. But I'm getting into that, but I'm maybe overdoing it a wee bit according to some people who shall remain nameless.
It's me. It's Cameron.
But it's awesome. It's good fun. I think I've said that 3 times now.
Thanks, yeah.
You're welcome.
What keeps you going, Cameron? What keeps you going on your board?
It's probably just ego. It's all just ego. You know, filling up my Instagram. You know,
You got to feed it.
I'm only skating for other people. I barely do it for myself anymore.
Thank you, Cameron. So what's going down in the summer at the DIY?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not even here for the summer.
What are you up to?
I'm doing festivals. I think Stu and Rowan and that are planning something, but I don't know. Maybe I don't want to get anything too hyped, but like I don't know. I've been really want to get some t-shirts done.
Yeah,
like t-shirts would be sick, and I don't know if they're that cost effective, but if you can make them all like eco-friendly and stuff, and just have like cool t-shirts, that'd be sick. But for builds, there's a few things we need to finish off. There's like that wall ride, which is like half or a quarter way done, 1/3 done. And it just looks a bit random right now. It's just like one bit of it's done and then the rest.
Yeah, but the rebar sticking out of it's like danger points though.
Yeah,
so
I know.
Maybe keep the rebar sticking out of some of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Need to get the health and safety inspector down to double check it.
Oh,
see
yeah.
see if we can run it.
I'm sure it'll pass.
But yeah, just finishing stuff. There's like we have like this big list of things that we want to do, like having like different things. And it's just kind of like taking things off slowly. But there's like so many things on that list that we're just going to like scramble at one point and be like, okay, let's just do this. Let's just do that. But I don't know. Right now, we're just kind of like, the guys have just finished their album and I'm going away on festival season. So everyone's kind of just taking a break and doing random stuff. Maybe one day a pole jam and a mini ramp.
Yeah, mega ramp.
Mega ramp, yeah.
Mega
Yeah,
mini.
Flying in Bob Burnquist.
Yeah,
Yeah, and he's getting a mega bus down from Elgin.
yeah.
Yeah,
How are you
yeah.
going to fit it under the motorway bridge?
We're going to build it into the bridge.
You're going to get planning permission and
We're going to get planning permission.
Rewrite
We're
the
going to
motorway.
get fishing permits.
yeah,
You don't need them, but we're getting them.
yeah.
Waiters optional.
Exactly. It's double safe. Double safe.
Excellent.
And we're going to build it into the bridge and we're going to have a drop in right above
Can the jump be
that
over the
first
bridge?
barrier. Over the bridge.
Over the motorway bridge?
Nah, that's getting silly.
What about a helicopter? And there's that gap between the bridges.
Bob Burnquist does on his mega ramp. We're just going to reenact everything.
Danny Way. It was
That
Danny
was
Way.
a
did
Danny
it?
Way. Oh, my bad. Oof. My knowledge is
Same
shite.
guy.
Tam, what's your favourite park to skate that isn't a DIY?
Ooh.
Oh, that's a good question. I feel like all I skate is like DIY parks. Because if it's not Kingston, it's usually Arches. But there is, Inverness Skate Park.
It's the one.
Yeah, it's the best.
That's
It's
the
my
one.
favorite. Anyway, it's like what I grew up skating. And there's like such friendly faces. There's like David Crockett who skates up there, I should say. And just people from my school who have kind of like migrated to Inverness. So there's always a good session. And the park is made like the street section. It's just like so flowy. And then you've got like the ball. And there's like so many cool bits. And there's the Nessie.
Yeah.
It's so cool. It's just like this big like, what would you even call it? Like a track.
Pump track.
Pump
Well, it's not
track.
even, it's like a rhythm section.
Yeah.
2 jump boxes and a back wall.
Yeah, and the back wall, it's like built into the back of the head of Nessie, the Loch Ness Monster.
Whoa.
It concaves
cool.
every way though. It's like
Yeah, it goes-
oververt and it's like
Yeah.
curved sideways.
Any part of the ramp that you hit it is different from any other part of the ramp. And then they've also got like a wee pump track in the back, which is like super fun. There's kind of like everything, something for everyone there.
There's not the gazebo anymore though.
Have they taken that down?
No, some kid was sleeping in it and set a fire to keep himself warm and burn it down.
No way. Yeah.
I don't
See,
know
it's
what
been
kind
so
it
long
was,
since
but-
I've been back there that I remember the gazebo being there the last
Yeah.
time I was there. They've also got the Forgotten Road,
Yeah.
but that's a DIY. I can't really speak about that.
I'm so dying to get pictures there. That looks amazing.
It's such a good part.
When you went to skate street, where'd you want to go when you skate street?
I honestly don't know. I'm like racking my brain with that one. All I can think is like Partick Quarter. It's like,
Yeah, just for a chiller.
just, but like honestly, I think maybe like I'd go to Aberdeen if I
Yeah.
wanted to skate street. I just feel like I've got more there. Edinburgh's pretty good, but like Glasgow wise, maybe see those new stair sets of that me and Kara went up one time. It was like the only time I've been there.
You should see it at the moment. There's flowers like everywhere.
Oh, nice.
It looks like so good.
Picturesque. That looks really cool, but I haven't done anything there. So if I was going to skate street, I'd probably start skating there more.
There's several big gaps that
There is.
that need to get claimed.
Yeah, it's not going to be me who claims them.
You skate stairs, right?
Yeah,
You
it's
love
got
stairs.
2 steps and a 1
Old
step.
Tam 2-step.
Curves.
What about you, Cameron? Where'd you like to go?
Don't know. Clydeside ledges are pretty good, even though I'm absolutely terrible at skating ledges. I have fun, like embarrassing myself there. There's also loads of people to put the pressure on. That ledge that I hit the other day in Partick, I quite enjoy that.
Yeah.
It's like a ledge shootout over a 5 stair.
Oh, aye.
Yeah, you were there, Kerr.
I was there taking photos.
It's
It was an absolute nightmare to get a picture of, but it's such a nightmare spot.
it's a health centre in Partick, just on Dumbarton Road.
Kind of near the train station.
Near the Morrisons and the Little.
It's further along Dumbarton Road.
Okay.
But yeah, there's pretty good. Loading Bay, that's a pretty good skate spot.
Street
Good
spot.
street skate spot. They've got nice wooden ramps and a nice wooden bowl in there. It's just a bit weird because it's like 14 quid to get in, And for a street spot, that's quite unusual. But yeah, no, that's pretty good.
Thank you, Cameron. Where'd you like to shoot photos, Gare? What's your favourite spot to shoot a photo at?
Oh, I can't answer that one.
It's probably the loading bay, isn't it?
Oh no, jeez. And I mean, I love the loading bay in the wintertime, but it totally depends on who I'm shooting with, really. I couldn't, if I had to shoot pictures, like if I was going to one place to get like a bunch of pictures, and I'm not just saying that because Tam's here, it would be Kingston. It just works with pictures, especially like at night time. It's just something about that roof, bridge, bottom of the bridge roof thing. It just works like so well, and there's a nice variety of stuff, and anywhere that's good and different, and there's some nice plain backgrounds. There's lots of sky, or there's like plain wall or whatever, so I can simplify everything. And
Thank you, Gare. Cameron, you're always going on trips. Why?
and why am I never invited?
And that one too.
I usually go on trips because I'm invited
And he wants to get away from me.
and to get away from care. But I guess the main reason is that Ross, Zach's always going on trips and I work with them. So I've always got the time off for the same trips. And it's very convenient. I like meeting all the random people in different places. Most of the weirdest people are definitely from the Midlands, like Birmingham, Nottingham, that sort of bit. You get all the weirdest, best people there. It's just nice to get out of your local.
What are your favourite places you've been to?
I think trip-wise, the Kent trip we did was probably one of my favourites. Just we hit like 3 or 4 parks a day for 3 or 4 days. I don't think I've skated as well for a while, just because I didn't really have time to think about the tricks I was doing. It was just like, right, you can do these tricks. You don't know the park, so you've got to just do it and land it and get away from it. And managed to shoot a few photos with Rob Winston, which was cool. But yeah, probably just the parks down in Kent. We went to Romford, which is nice to go to, awful to skate. It's like if you try to describe a skate park to someone who doesn't know how to skate or build, and you ask them to build you a park, that's kind of what that would be. So yeah, probably my favourite place.
What about you, Tam? Where do you like to go?
I like going up north just because that's where I grew up. So it's nice going back and skating parks that I kind of grew up skating. Shout out to Hopeman Skate Park.
Never been.
It's a little rhino ramp, a skate park by the sea.
Ooh.
It's really slippery, and all the sea, like all the water
Algae.
from the sea, just makes the whole park like super slippery, man. But it's like where I started skating ramps and like skated like a mini ramp there. So it's nice going back there and getting like a burst of nostalgia. But like just in like anywhere, probably going to Spain when I get a chance, which I don't get very often. But when I do, I always bring a board with me. I know it's like tacky and cheesy to say, but like Barcelona, just because it's like the best place I've
Yeah,
ever
I
been.
tried to avoid it.
Yeah.
I did have a great time. Yeah.
But
Why, Cameron?
Don't know. It seems to be everyone who's been to Barcelona's go-to answer for the best skate spot in the world. It's
Did you not think it was?
It's probably the best I've been to, but I don't know. It was really warm, and I'm aggressively Scottish, so I was,
And there's that
dying.
weird smell, that weird sewer smell everywhere.
I didn't get a sewer smell when I was in Barca.
It's so weird. It's like
Really?
hot sand, or I don't know how the hell to describe it. It's weird.
San Francisco, another cheesy one to mention because everybody would say it. But
Shout out Shug.
shout out Shug. When I was there, it was really funny, man. Just like it was weird bumping into like people from Supreme skating and stuff. But like it's also really funny just in the city in general. Like you'll be skating around and you'll be like bombing a hill and someone will come down and they'll be bombing the same hill and they'll just kind of like pull out at a junction and start skating the hill with you, and you'll have like a conversation and you'll be chatting about what you're doing today and what you're about to do, and then he'll be like, all right, see you on, and then he'll just like cut off and then he'll just keep bombing the hill by yourself, and then like every now and then maybe someone else will just come in from the other side and you'll just have a conversation. And yeah, it's just so funny, man. Everybody's just on the same wavelength. So I like planning on going skating there.
And what is it about San Francisco that feels different to when you're here?
I don't know. It's just the ground, like everything is skatable. You know, it's the same at Barca and all these cities. They're just kind of like built for skateboarding. And there's a lot of different groups of people, a lot of different skaters from different scenes, and a lot of different. The locals are crazy. They're all like cracked up and like mental, and I love that. Just like really gritty people. There's like loads of gritty like people just doing horrible things in the street, but it makes it like a wild city, and I love that. I think it's really fun. I'm going out in October to go skate for maybe like 2 months, hooking up with a few friends out there. And like, for instance, I don't know if I can say this story, to be honest.
I think you can.
Yeah.
Probably. I
Yeah.
don't know.
It's like when I was in San Francisco, there was, we were on the bus and we were just going through and we were just skating about. And the guy was like, "Oh, what are you doing coming over from Scotland to San Francisco? This place is crazy, really, really crazy." And he just pointed out to like some guy in the street and he was like, "Look over there, there's a guy taking a shit." And he was like pressed up against a palm tree, just in the middle of the day, 3:00 in the afternoon, just taking a dump against a palm tree. And there
Did he
was, like,
use the
families-
palm leaf to wipe his hands?
No, he was using his hand.
Oh, even classier.
But anyway, like stuff like that, I was like, at first, that was the first day I got there. That was in like a couple of hours of being in San Francisco. And I was like, that is mental. That is so funny. I've never seen anything like that. Just people just doing crazy stuff in the open. And then it was like, I just got used to it. And people were just doing mad stuff all over the place. And it was really like, this is mental, man. This is such a weird, wild city. And everybody's just like so hyped out about it. So yeah, that's my favorite place.
What about you, Kier? Talk about some of the places you've been to.
I've not really been out of Glasgow. Not yet, really.
We went up to Newport.
What was that little park we went to after that?
Newport on
That's a good park.
Oh,
Comrie?
God. Comrie.
Yeah.
Was it Comrie?
That was so nice. It was just like a forest and it just looked so good. I'm wanting to... It's not that exciting, really. It's no San Francisco or anything, but I'm looking forward to getting up to Dundee in the summer. I want to get pictures with Josh and Brandon up there. That, what's it called? The Big Art?
V&A.
The V&A. There's like all these ledges and stuff. And that, I think that's going to make like a crazy background. And there's a wee kind of tunnely bit. It should be pretty cool. I want to go through to Edinburgh as well. We need to go through to Leith and get that
Big time.
picture we've been talking about. Somebody asked me if I wanted to go to Germany to get a picture yesterday, but I'd have to I've not got a passport or anything, and I'm totally skint, so probably not. But the spot looked totally nuts.
Cool.
Wherever I can go, I'll go.
Thank you, Kier.
You're very welcome.
What are your plans for this summer, Cameron?
I don't really have any set plans. We've been talking about going out to Athens and staying with Tiny Harry and meeting all of her crew. Although I have been told it's going to be like 40 degrees, so I might just not bother booking it. But that would be really good to go out and experience that.
I did get invited to that as well, but I
Did
just
you?
don't think I've got the money. So.
We'll sort it out. I'll drive you over or something.
Perfect.
Yeah, we'll just leave a couple of weeks earlier. Around about Athens, I don't know, just keep working and seeing how many trips a month I can get away with. Yeah, I think we've got another Midlands trip with Karma. I don't have any dates for it, but I think it's some point within the next few months. Yeah, just keep doing it.
Are you going to do any super dudes this summer?
I don't know. I feel like I've kind of put that one on the back burner.
I haven't seen you do one in quite a while.
I've never seen you do one.
Never seen me do it.
I know you do them, but I've never seen it.
Don't like telling folk that I do them.
I would
It's
love to see a super dude.
It's a funny trick. This is an exclusive, by the way.
Oh.
I have been working on Super Did Back D,
Oh my lord.
and I've got my feet on it, but I've never got back in off it. And I think that might be an MBD anywhere, probably for good reason. But as Joe always says, got to gain ground.
Where are you practicing this new trick?
In a private facility.
Training
Yeah.
facility.
Yeah, I've been working on it for a few years now, so I don't want to let that one out the bag too quick.
Do you watch skate videos before you go out the house and skate?
Only if someone's round. I never switch them on myself, really. I don't really know what's going on in skateboarding or follow it. Apart from Tony Hawk. the only skaters I know are the ones I've met, really. Don't know. I think whatever the session is at the time and whatever the crew's doing is kind of what fuels me, rather than seeing folk I don't know do stuff that I could never do. So, like, you know, I quite like the smaller goalpost of skating with mates, and I've skated with loads of like incredible skaters and things, but I always find it way more relatable when it's happening in front of me, and like I can feel I can get involved more. But no, I don't really get the same thing out of watching videos.
What about you, Tam? How do you feel about that, about videos and what Cameron's saying?
That's totally fair. Yeah, I can agree with that. Being like in front of the skating is way more stimulating than watching the videos. I don't really watch videos either, to be fair, before I go out. I watch Cameron's Instagram videos before I go out for a skate. That gets me hyped.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And me knowing that he's watching my videos is what fuels me to skate.
Yeah, I'm always after harder, better things. And that's why I think he knows he's going to pull a super dude. Give the people what they want.
It's going to happen.
I'm going to sequence it.
Yeah, you're going to get it.
I'm going to sequence it. I'm going to fish it out.
Cash will film it.
How are you going to sequence a trick that happens on top of itself?
Don't worry about that. It'll be fine.
All right, I'll leave the master to his work.
You watch a lot of videos otherwise, not just before going skateboarding, but do you watch a lot of videos?
In my spare time, yeah, I'll put some on. I just keep rinsing video days. I don't know what it is. It's been years. I still watch that film on repeat.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's something about Jason Lee's part in it that I just can't like ever get sick of. But yeah, I put on some Free Skate Mag. Has some good stuff with Grey Skate Mag, North Skate Mag, and just random bits and bobs. The heroin board videos, like Video Nasties and stuff like that. I like that. I'm into that. And Barrier Cult, because I'm really just a goth. I love Barrier
In
Cult.
disguise.
What about you, Cameron? When you're not skateboarding, do you still like to watch skate videos?
Nah, not really. It just like if I'm not skating, I'm not really thinking about skating. Apart from well, unless I'm going out skating. I mean, when I'm thinking about skating, it's never things I've seen, because to be honest, my attention span doesn't allow me to retain any tricks that I liked, like when I watched it in a video or whatever. So every day I go out skating, it's like first day skating again with the muscle memory.
So do you feel like a lot of your skateboarding, you say it comes from, and tricks you learn are from people you skate with rather than videos you've seen?
Yeah, absolutely. And like just since working with Ross, I've noticed I've like, don't know last time I'd skated ramps, but like I've totally changed over it because he won't go to a skate park because he's too cool or whatever.
And you push switch now?
I have done. I've been known to. It's the hardest trick.
Would you say you're the same, Tam? You're more influenced by the people around you rather than media?
Yeah, definitely. Since hanging around with Stu down at Kingston, I never really skated street much. I was really, really bad at it. I couldn't do like anything on a ledge. And then when I moved through to Glasgow, that's all they skate was street. So it pushed me a bit more. And yeah, now I can do a 50-50. That's cool. I've been training a long time. Finally did it. Badly, but I did it. But yeah, totally. I'm the same. Like if I'm around people who are skating certain styles and stuff, I'll enjoy trying different things more like that, because I don't know, I get more hype.
What are your favourite videos, Kier?
Propaganda, because it was the first video I ever saw. And like the first part I ever saw was Frankie Hill's part in it. And at the time it was like ridiculous. Board slides on rails and like huge gaps, and like nobody else was really doing anything like that. I've been watching Shrimp Blunt quite a bit over and over. That's really good. Like the way they did the soundtrack with that, and it just everything all worked so well. Fulfill the Dream. I think that still totally stands up. Especially that like bit with the musket. That bit we Buena Vista Social Club, and he's just like skating down the street, and like that wee bit is just so nice. Wheels of Fire, Animal Chin. I know it's cheesy as hell, but it's so good. All of the old Transworld ones, like What Is Up Randy, and oh god, there's too many.
Yeah,
Far too many.
Thank you, Kier. What about local videos?
Oh, the one that Alex did, the Get in the Car Donald.
You like that?
I love
Yeah.
that video.
That's
That's
good.
such a good video. Yeah, it was I really like that video. I put that on quite a lot. Dark Horse Donald's part in it, killing up the transport back when it was there. Rest in peace. That was
RIP.
good. Yeah. I watch a few of the ESP videos. They do like some trips out north. That's fun. Campbell's a killing skater. The Queen of the Dean videos, always good. Go back on those. Crazy Magical Unicorns and Chavez, all that stuff. Really good skaters from the home turf. Yeah, your stuff as well, Cash. What's yours? Your Glare video. That was sick.
Masterpiece.
Yeah. That
A
was dope.
magnificent masterpiece.
But yeah, no, like when stuff comes out, I'll watch it. When I see it shared, I'll watch it. Off the top of my head right now, that's all I can think of. But yeah, whenever it's shared, I'm on it.
The way it is in street, when people are worried about, not even worried, just think about what tricks have been done at a spot before. Do you feel the same in parks and at DIYs?
Well, I only do like the same 5 tricks, just on different things. But yeah, I try, I don't know. I try not to think about it too much. Like when it comes to park, because like all the tricks everyone's done like 1,000 times. Like everyone's done like a frontside 5-0 on everything. So I just think more, if it looks cool in the photo, then that's good, But like, yeah, I don't think about it too much. It is in the back of my mind. I don't want to like try something that someone's just done or someone's trying something for a while. I don't want to like start trying that trick.
Yeah.
Just because it's just kind of etiquette. But I think that kind of goes with everyone, really. But yeah.
There's nothing worse, but if there's like a spot and there's like one trick that would be absolutely perfect on it and would look great in a photo or on film or whatever, and somebody's been trying it for ages and somebody else is dying to like try it and you're just like, you just can't.
Yeah.
So what do you do with your festival work time?
So I work at a company called Pod Pads, and we basically build tents and accommodation for people. It's like glamping. And we just did Bearded Theory, which is a new festival to us. And now we've got a couple of weeks and we're doing Glastonbury, but at any given time there's like 3 festivals going on and we're providing the accommodation. Sometimes it's small, sometimes it's like, I don't know, 30 tents and one like set of pods, which is like the standard thing people stay in. Or it could be like Glastonbury, which is like 700 tents and like 30 like big set pallets. I guess they come in pallets. But yeah, it's like you go there 5 days or 11 days before the festival starts. You build, you get the festival off, and then you break down everything for like 3 to 7 days. And then you just go from one place to the next and you just keep the fire burning.
So working for the circus.
Working for the circus, yeah. But we are the circus, yeah. The people there they're all Bristolian based. They're all like cool people.
How long have you been doing that for?
Since 2016. I've like on and off. The year I've like a couple of years I've been off, but since 2016, it's good.
How is it working for Ross?
Honestly,
Yeah, it's good. It's like pretty good pace of work. Both self-employed, so just take whatever time we need off. Obviously, if the job allows for it, sometimes you gotta work longer, but that's just part of it. But it does mean that if we need a week off here and there, we can just like take it off with no hassle. If we need to move folk about and it's all right with everyone, then we can do that. And if we need to work a half day on a Friday and go skate, then we can do that as well. So yeah, it's pretty good. As far as the actual work's concerned, it's like just standard joinery work, like the traditional stuff. So I'm not as well versed in it as he is, but if I ever need help, he just gives me it, and yeah, it's good.
Nice one, Cameron. Care. Let me ask you another question.
oh, intriguing.
Who are your favourite photographers, Care?
You can say yourself.
Atiba. 2000s Atiba was amazing. Like, don't I put him down, but like, oh God, I mean, kind of, I'm going to put him down. But like, quite a lot of his recent stuff, he doesn't seem to be putting as much effort in as he was. Like, it's just kind of like lazy photography. Whereas like the stuff he was doing, like back then, like early 2000s till like 2010 or whatever, like Trans World stuff was just amazing. Like, so nice.
What bit around the UK? Who are your favourites around the UK?
I'm going to miss people out and people are going to get upset. Leo, Rob, Blind Johnny. There's numerous others, but I'd say they're like my top 3 as far as this style goes. I think I'm not putting myself on that list because still got a ways to go.
So, seeing the way that I said to Karen Tam, to Tam and Cameron, they watch videos before they go out. Do you find yourself looking at photos from other photographers before you're shooting to get yourself going?
Sometimes, but then like a lot of times, like we'll go to a spot and I'll just start thinking about angles, and then I'll maybe notice something. Like there was one time I was at not Kingston. Oh my Jesus. Archie's, gee, my brain just died there. I was at Archie's with Bailey in like the big bank, and there was like these like flowers like growing at the side. It was a photo Rick Cossack had taken. Like, it might have been on like a cover of Big Brother, and that just like popped into my head. And I was like, right, I'm going to like keep the flowers like in the frame. And like something like that'll happen. Like I'll start like try to get ideas for how I'm going to shoot something, and then like an old picture will just like pop into my head. And then I guess I'm like kind of borrowing stuff for pictures that I've seen for like years ago, and then they'll like kind of inspire me, like base whatever part of the picture, if it's whatever the light in the framing, and then hopefully it just all works out.
See, when you've already got a spot in mind, the person's told you where they're going to go and shoot, have you already thought about how you're going to shoot it, or does that happen when you get there?
Most of the time I've got an idea in my head, and then I've totally got their stance wrong. So like I've got it all planned out to shoot it for like the side on, and then I realise they're like goofy rather than regular, and I'm like, this isn't going to work. And then I've got to just think of something like quick when we're there. And then normally that takes me like about 10-15 minutes of just wandering about looking at it from different angles, and also depending on the trick, like say somebody's just going to do like a 5-0 on like a ledge or whatever it is, and then I've got it all worked out, and I'm like, right, this angle's going to work perfect. And then they're like, oh no, I'm going to do like a switch nose slide or whatever, and the angle that I'd originally thought of isn't going to work at all for the trick. So then you've got to just mix everything up and try and figure it out. Normally it all works out. There'll be sometimes I'll have an angle in mind, and I'm like, wait, this is going to work. And then the person that I'm shooting with is like, oh, how do you try shooting it for like over there or whatever? And a lot of the times that like totally works out. There's a couple of times I was out with Michael, and that's happened, and I think he should start taking photos because he's always like bang on with these angles. That's about that.
No, thanks, Care. Tam, before you started doing the work at the DIY, had you ever done anything like that before?
No, never. None of us did. No, we'd never like used concrete or anything like that. Oh no, that's crap. Actually,
You liar!
That's a lie. That's a big fat lie. I did work with concrete. I did like precast work when I was like 16 to make like $1 in Forest, and that was like. But that wasn't like making anything. It was mixing. My job was to mix concrete from like 7 a.m. to like 7 p.m.
Oh Jesus!
They don't have a machine for that.
They did.
Pretty sure Bob the Builder's got one of them.
I am Bob the Builder.
Oh, sick.
Got that. But like, we worked. That was just like mixing concrete. So I already knew about aggregate and like sand and water, like the basic stuff. But yeah, that was the first time I'd ever like made a ramp or anything like that.
And how did you go about doing it? Was it just trial and error?
Yeah, I mean the mani pad, we didn't even rubble. We didn't realize that we had to use rubble. So like we spent so much money on concrete, like sand and water and stuff, and just like it took forever. And then after that we were like, okay, we should probably like rubble and use steel and stuff like that. But yeah, it was just trial and error. And you can kind of see at the park like stuff from like when we first started. It's just gotten better and better and better until you get to the spine. Spine still doesn't look like as perfect as a skate park spine would be, but you can see it like getting better.
When that concrete truck was in, and the guy had that shoot thing like over, and it totally caught on the frame
That was
when they
scary,
were pouring
man.
the concrete, and the guy moved the van,
Yeah.
and the whole frame like lifted right
Oh,
up.
pick up
and-
the farmer.
Yeah, he picked up the whole form that we'd been spending the whole time like getting ready, and it was so funny because he picked up the form with the pipe, and then the chute like fell apart.
I totally
I was like,
cracked.
what? It was like how, but then yeah, there was a moment where everyone just kind of was like, oh, and just
click,
froze.
click.
Yeah. And then luckily it didn't matter too much. We managed to get it back, but I think the guy like crapped himself and was like, oh, sorry about that, boys. Yeah, things have been getting better and better. Now we're like properly confident. Before we were just kind of like messing around, like a few lads just screwing around with some concrete and not really knowing what we were doing. But now it's like every build is like
Getting better
properly
and better.
strategized. Yeah. We've got like an idea and we've got like plans and even like sketches and stuff that we do now. It's good.
No, thank you, Tam. No, thank you, everybody, for being here.
Oh, you're very
Thank you.
welcome, sir. Thank you for having us.
Just before we go, I would like to ask you all to pick a song to add to our playlist, please.
Dude, I totally thought about this on the train and I totally forgot.
This is the only one you've thought about, Kerr.
Aye. Right, wait. Hang on.
You can go first, Kerr.
Pass the mic, Beastie Boys.
Thank you. Cameron?
Could Heaven Ever Be Like This by Idris Muhammad.
Thank you. Tam?
Descent by Bong Ripper.
Nice.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
In fact, should I go with Beastie Boys actually? Do you know what? I'm going to...
No.
Oh,
No,
dude.
you said...
Kind of...
I mean, that was a good choice.
It is a
Beastie Boys
classic.
always goes down.
We are now done, Kerr.
All right, okay. I was going to say Beck, Deborah. 'Cause that's...
Oh, no,
That's
it's
really
fine.
good.
It's fine. Thank you, Kerr.
You're very welcome.
Thank you for listening.